Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We got the traditional Candid Athletic Training podcast brought to you by Healthy Roster.
Oh, geez, early and often.
Yeah, I did it.
Early and often.
I did it. HealthyRoster.com for all your EMR needs. Go talk to the folks over there. They love athletic trainers. We love them. If you're not using Healthy Roster, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
And I'm Kevin.
And I'm Chad.
All right, this is Candid Athletic
back.
Training. You know, we had a very good episode last week. Hopefully, everybody else that's not on the live show got to listen up to Dylan. Hosted his own Candid Athletic Training podcast for us.
Yeah,
That was a nice week.
It was.
I liked it a lot.
And then he went out and he had a nice week himself. He went out after hosting a show with us, and then he went out and stirred up a huge controversial Twitter storm, and then he went and saved a life.
See, that's what happens when you come on the Candid Athletic Training podcast. You stir some shit up, and then you have the knowledge and the bravery to go save a life.
So,
congratulations, Dylan, on being a certified badass. How about that?
yeah, good for you. We should actually, you know what we should do? We should reach out to Lifesavers, the candy, and see if they'll do a sponsorship with us. And then, like, we would do like a Lifesaver of the week.
Yeah.
Amongst all the ATs that we see on social media, and we would just send them some free Lifesavers.
I love it. You get your Lifesavers in you. Nothing.
Do you like Lifesavers?
Yeah, they're fine.
Do you want to know what I had? I had the Lifesaver.
Mints.
No. So the hard candies, fine. Take them or leave them. They actually made like a soft, chewy Lifesaver ring type thing.
Yep.
Legit, really good.
Those are fine. Yeah. I think
maybe
sometimes
we can get some of those.
Sometimes I put them in my mouth.
Whoa.
And I'm a little
careful.
I'm a little disappointed
Yeah.
that they're not sour. Do they make sour like Lifesaver gummies?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Remember when sour Skittles came out?
They're still out.
I know, but do you remember when they came out?
Yeah. They were.
That was a good day. Listen, we got a lot of chatter on the board already. Apparently, our good friend Aaron has started a new job, and everybody is very proud of her. Hopefully, it's a good step in the right direction. Hopefully, it doesn't prevent you from working with the Pickles next year when the Bananas and the Pickles play each other, and the Candid Athletic Training podcast guys are announcing a game.
Well, if she started a new job, maybe she won't have the ability to go to the games.
Well, I hope that's in her contract, is that she gets to do whatever the hell she wants when there's a Pickles game going on.
Pickles.
About time.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey.
All right, okay, I got a friend or foe.
Okay. We're already doing that one?
Yeah, no, this is just like, okay, are you in or out on the following?
In.
Pickled flavor popcorn.
Oof.
In or out? I've been researching gourmet popcorn flavors. I want to start dabbling into trying some crazy popcorn flavors.
Side gig? Making your own?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be out on pickled flavored?
I would be. I think there's a crap ton of people that would love it. I think they're looking for the saltiness of,
Yeah, if you're on the live stream, let me know. In or out on pickled flavored popcorn.
I'm not,
I personally would never in a million years try it.
So you do, okay, dill pickle seeds.
Not my thing.
Yeah, me neither. I don't mind dill. I don't mind pickles. I don't like pickle taste with that kind of stuff. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. I personally wouldn't, but
it's hard for me to eat any popcorn of any seasoning. I like the salt and butter. The wife loves the ranch seasoning, so I will
partake in the ranch powder.
I don't want to make 2 separate bowls of popcorn.
Yeah. I agree.
You know?
I don't know. I was just the pickles.
So I'm going to say
you said
faux.
the pickles. How about banana flavored popcorn? Savannah banana
Savannah banana popcorn?
Banana popcorn. Better or worse?
No. Worse. Worse.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd go down the route of a pickle over a banana for popcorn. Banana runt over a pickle runt. I'll take the banana runt.
Yeah. Nate's making his own beef jerky. Why are we not getting samples? What the
Listen, Nate. Excuse me. Also, me and you need to talk still. Shoot me a text. Let's figure out a time. You too, Dylan. We got to figure out a time to actually talk on the phone. Catch up like good old friends. So, you know who else I would like to, just say hi to?
Who do you want to say hi to?
Our friends over at Smart Tools.
Hey, Smart Tools.
Hey, Smart Tools.
I got a graphic for them.
Go put it up on
I don't
there.
have it on the short. I'll put it on the shortcut this week.
Oh, they're not on the short list yet? You got it. I mean, it takes
Boom.
a while. It takes a while to get on the short list. Don't be offended, Smart Tools folks. We love you. Thanks,
I'm gonna try
for helping us out.
If I ever get time, I want to dabble with new graphics. I just like messing with that stuff.
So if you
I'm
go
tired
over
of the graphics.
If you're listening to this right now, everybody that listens to the Candid Athletic Training podcast, go over to Smart Tools. Go check out their BFR cuffs. Go check out their instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilizations, and give yourself a little 10% discount by using the promo code CANDID10. CANDID10.
Candid 10.
I'm about to buy the BFR cuff, so if anybody's listening to Smart Tools right now, I need some BFR cuffs for my new space that I'm creating right here. I know that nobody can see all the other edges of it just yet.
We need to take
when it's all together. It's going to be really fun. But there's definitely going to be some blood flow restriction happening in this place.
I miss BFR.
I love all the blood.
You know
flow.
what? I'm going to buy one too, just so I can work out with it. God dang.
Why not just come here and work out?
I want with the BFR.
Right. You just got to come work out at my place, like everybody else.
I know.
Everybody wants to work out here.
Everybody.
I can't wait to put on like Candid Athletic Training, structural elements, Smart Tools sponsored, Healthy Rostered sponsored, everybody, maybe Master Dry Needling sponsored courses right here at Structural Elements or at SE Lab here in Shorewood, Wisconsin.
So Master Dry Needling has a class coming to our area.
What?
Milwaukee.
What?
September 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Oh.
That weekend.
3 days of getting poked by a needle.
In Big Bend, Wisconsin.
Oh, Big Bend. Wow.
Maybe less than a mile from where I grew up.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
Scott reached out and he said, "Hey, we need people to come to the class. So if you are in the Milwaukee area, Wisconsin area, or within a stone's throw and you want to come up here and get dry needling certified, come up, take the class. It's awesome. Scott's great. Lots of good feedback on Scott. I might make an appearance.
Let's go say hi.
We can go say hi. I'd love to just pop in. So
poke me with your needle real quick. Do you know if it's the level 1? Is it level 1? Or is it level 2?
I don't know. We'd have to go to. See, Nate said Scott is a good. Yeah, we got confirmation.
Nice.
Scott is a great instructor. Here, I'll look it up right here.
I was gonna say if you want to know where Big Bend is, it's about halfway, third of the way in between us and our friend Nate Mersch.
Master Dry Needling, September 9th, 10th, 11th. Big Bend, Wisconsin, 27 CE hours approved for PTs, ATs, DCs. Scott's teaching it. I don't remember if it's a level 1 or level 2. Let me click on it. Do you remember that weekend? Remember just feeling like a pincushion?
Seriously. And we looked at each other Sunday morning. We were like, seriously, the last thing I want you to do is poke me with a needle right now.
And then you get $75 off, right?
Yep.
Using our...
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You get $75 off for being a member of the Candid Athletic Training podcast? I'm not going to lie. I'm going to start giving it off for free.
It's a level 1 course. It's the entry one.
Yeah. Unless you want to just, go over to CandidAthleticTraining.com, go over to that membership area, click one of those memberships, sign up, become a member. I encourage you to do the $50 membership. I really do.
We're going to make some changes to our
We're gonna make
membership
some changes.
programs really soon here.
We might. It's the more and more CEU opportunities that we get to give you guys. We're gonna restructure what it means to be a member of the Candid Athletic Training Podcast.
We got some changes coming.
We're hoping we can
show.
make the live podcast a little more, just available to everybody, and then kind of use the CEUs and stuff like that as a different membership.
Yep.
As much as we love our live listeners,
we want more.
Trust
we want
me.
more.
Yeah, and you want more as well, and we're gonna. Probably, pass a little something on to our current live members of saying, hey, thank you.
Yep.
And it's probably going to be a hug, a handshake, and a beer.
We have one fun show.
We got a good one.
For tonight.
We always got a good one, but we got a good one.
We're going to try something with our feature topic that maybe we haven't done before.
I don't even know what we're doing. So.
We're going to do a role play.
Oh.
I'm going to give you a scenario, and I
Okay.
want you to talk me through the scenario. It's super simple, and it's going to be a scenario that all athletic trainers encounter.
Do I need, protection for this role play?
Speaking of protection, you did not. I know you just told me right before, 10 seconds before the show started.
Yeah.
House of Dragons, and this is going to be spoiler free. I watched the first half. I didn't even make it through the whole first episode. I made it through half because Julie and I are about 30 minutes, and then we're done. We can't make it through an hour show anymore. Super intense show. They had a scenario. I'll just say this: there was some birthing going on. There was a surgery type setting, and this is obviously I think it's 1100 BC or something like that. I don't know, 1300 BC, or maybe it's whatever. It's 200 years before the events of the original Game of Thrones. There was some birthing going on, and it was 200 years before.
200 years before
the original Game of Thrones, or 172 to be honest. So they were delivering a baby and doing surgery.
Oh.
And the only thing I thought, they flashed a scene and it said, they're not wearing any gloves.
Mm.
I was like, oh my gosh.
What are they going to do?
I don't know.
Everybody dies. If you're not wearing gloves, you die.
Yeah.
So many infections.
It was incredible.
I hope they
and I don't know.
I hope they
the
wash
athletic
their
trainer
hands with some wine.
Do you ever, as an athletic trainer, watch something and you go, well, that's not it.
All the time.
Yeah, it just caught my attention. Now I didn't make it to the end, so I don't know how the rest of the episode goes. But
early in this podcast adventure, I think we talked about scenes in movies where we were like, what the are they doing?
Yeah, we should.
Are you kidding me?
Do we know when the gloves were invented? Should we should maybe do that as a segment. When was it invented? When was it the first year of, we'll just come out with
why don't we do that?
Topics.
Why don't we do that next week?
Okay, let's write that down before we forget. 186. What year?
And we'll come up with, I don't know, 10
future topic.
10 standard athletic training things. I know gloves aren't solely athletic training, but gloves, maybe a tongue depressor, I don't know. Maybe a thermometer.
Random things.
Both oral and rectal. See
random. So, all right. Yeah, fun show for tonight. Let's start it. You ready? Let's do it.
All right, friend or foe?
Oh, you want to go right into the heavy hitting?
New one.
Oh, okay. I thought you were calling for the segment. I was early.
We can do friend or foe right away, but
all right.
My quick friend or foe.
Is your back okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just trying to push myself into a better posture.
Push myself into myself.
I want to wait. That
allow myself to introduce
myself.
Yeah.
My name is Hove. Popping pimples on other people. Friend or foe?
Friend. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm like one of those weirdos.
Yeah. Now, Dylan said he does it without gloves. Kayla said it gives her the heebie-jeebies to not see it or no gloves, popping pimples. I think sometimes on some skin types, gloves allow you to have a little more grip.
On an oily individual?
I think the opposite.
On a dry individual?
Like a dry individual allows you to have a little On the oil individual, I think you need something that is going to like use some gauze, some Kleenex, some paper towel, something like that. Or an actual pimple popping kit with all the tools and stuff. We have one of those at home.
Do you?
We do. Yeah.
I used to just use a needle.
Yeah, sure.
Just like
whatever you got, man.
Whatever.
I've used like the backside of like a butter knife as like an edge to like kind of create it.
That's advanced.
I've used the back like not the tweezer pinchy part, but the other end of it, and use that kind of just creating a pressure point.
We're just coming up with all sorts of good potential segments.
Popping pimples.
Home.
I
mean, that you know what that you want to know what that sounds like?
Huh.
It sounds like some sort of combination of MacGyver and or A-Team.
That's crazy. That's kind of what we do. You know, I was gonna say, just as a real fun, quick like fat. Don't even go too far into it. I was just gonna say like 90s TV shows or 80 like
we were doing the 80s a couple weeks ago
I know.
when we were talking A-Team and.
But I was thinking like you just would have to quick rank like the top 3 from the 90s.
TV shows?
Or like top 3. No, as ATs though. Like characters from the 90s as ATs. Anybody. I mean, anybody. You could do Buffy the Vampire for all I care. Fresh Prince. Homer Simpson.
I get so the 90s. 80s I'm locked in. I don't know what the 90s.
I mean, 90s.
You would lose me in the 90s.
Really?
I don't remember. I mean, that was like college for me. So I didn't watch a ton of TV.
The end of the 90s was
high school and
you.
college
Yeah.
years. So what was I
year
watching?
Did you graduate high school?
95.
95.
So what was I watching?
I mean, Friends,
Sports,
Seinfeld, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Fresh Prince.
I was watching sports and the WWE.
WWE/E. Actually, was I telling you
and WCW?
Was I telling you about A&E and how they have like all these like
aging superstars,
like biographies, I guess, history like driven like biographies of all the different wrestlers and like even eras of wrestling.
My brother just texted me that Ric Flair is coming to Milwaukee here coming up.
Didn't he just retire?
Yeah, I think he got pinned. I don't know, but I heard he's coming. Not to wrestle. He's doing some
Brandon says
motorcycle ride.
Born in 95.
Yeah, I graduated high school in 95.
Interesting. I was in like
90s. Kento
grade.
said he moved here in 2016, so he doesn't know any 90s American TV shows.
I mean, there's tons of good ones. We could do 2000s.
We'll have to look it up.
We could go early 90s when you were in high school.
I had a fun idea for a draft.
Family Matters, Full House.
Yeah.
Think like TGIF. Just think of all those shows.
TGIF.
Full House. That was 90s.
All right, so are we doing friend or foe?
Yeah, why not?
Man, now I'm just trying to. I mean, we'll work that in.
I like it, but I want it to be quick hitter. I don't want to be talking.
You'd
I
be
just
so
want
much.
you to do Mount Rushmore.
I would be good with the 80s, but I would struggle with the 90s. You would crush it.
I do okay with the 90s. I watched a lot of TV in the 90s.
I mean, it would be like
I watched a lot of TV in
Teenage
the 80s
Mutant
too.
Ninja Turtles.
Why do you think I'm so smart?
Yeah, you are.
My mom just said, "Here, sit in front of the TV, watch something."
Milwaukee.
MASH, Cheers.
That was like 70s.
MASH is 80s.
I think it was the 70s.
Hell no, dude. All right, friend or foe, bring it up.
Friend or foe, we put it on social media. If you are not following us on social media, something must be wrong with you. Because how did you hear about this show? Oh, 70s. Yes, thank you. Candid_ATC is our social media.
Man, it started in 72, went to 83.
If you want to follow me on social media, you can follow me. I've never given out my personal one. At ImpactPlaya20.
What's up?
What's Kevin's? At Kevin Creighton?
Pretty sure.
So follow, yeah.
I don't have much on there.
ImpactPlaya20 and at Kevin Creighton, but really just make sure you're following at Candid_ATC.
I have not posted on Twitter, or I have never posted on Twitter, I don't think.
Never.
And I think I have I haven't posted on Instagram in a couple years because people make me mad. I like looking at stuff on Instagram, but people make me mad. And so I stay away from them.
Okay, so we put this up a couple hours ago. It was friend or foe, using medical terminology with your athletes / patients.
What? It's too much work.
Friend or foe, using.
Do you want to read some that people?
Yeah,
or do you want me to go?
You want me to, here? I'll read
Okay.
some of the responses. I mean, I can give you. So we're at a 70-30 split.
Mm-hmm.
70% people said friend.
Aaron likes
30% of the people said foe. So here are the
Okay.
comments on
All right.
social media.
Give me a couple.
Rob @Rob_Banda said, not everyone needs a patho-anatomy lesson. Instill confidence, reduce fears, support, and protect to their level of vulnerability. Nate said, I use the biggest words possible to show my knowledge and superiority.
Sticking his chest out, Nate.
Dylan says, I use it and then explain what it means to educate them. I think it's important for us to take the doctor talk and make sure our patients understand it. Caitlin responded to that, said, I do the same thing. I say it, but then explain it. That way, if Doc says it, it's not new, and they have a basic understanding of what it means.
Say it, don't spray it.
Miss Danny
Okay.
said, I use it and then explain what I'm talking about.
What you talking about?
Jason Lopez said, to be seen as a professional, you must speak like a professional. There are ways that incorporating medical terminology into the conversation with a patient. The ability to prior clarity and context is part of being a good communicator. Samantha said, I always explain it in high school level terms first, followed by the science behind the injury using the medical terminology. That's an interesting point. I want to come back to that one. There's actually two so far that I've... Hold on, we got a couple more comments here. Miss Abby said, my athletic population's eyes cross if you use words larger than 6 letters.
Is that our Abby?
Yep.
Nice.
Occasionally, I toss out a big word to show them what's up, but usually that's just for my amusement. Dr. Kendall Marshall responded to that, said, see, I usually will explain it more in depth to my younger athletes to educate them, and then high schoolers get the Cliff Notes version, unless they want to know the specifics. Both groups' eyes still cross. Matt Campbell said, with context and explanation. CJ Hess said, the kids have to hear exactly what's going on with them and be able to understand it. Tweaked a hamstring does not get across that there is a big difference between grade 1 and grade 3, and they should know that. There were a couple other comments, but...
All right, do you say... Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you say shoulder blade or scapula when you're talking to a patient?
I would say scapula.
Do you say collarbone or clavicle?
Collarbone.
Okay. Would you say...
I'm a hybrid right now.
Yeah. Would you say low back or lumbar?
Low back.
All right. Would you say...
I mean, you're assuming that I know what all these mean.
I hope you know those. I mean, those are pretty darn basic. When you talk about... Okay, so somebody comes in.
Kneecap or patella?
Oh.
That's what Aaron just put
That was
up.
a good one. I say patella. I don't think I really say
I would say
kneecap a lot.
patella.
What do you... When you talk about...
I think.
Even think back...
I would say patella.
Think back with your baseball players, too. I want you to take your whole career into account. And you know...
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
You
my
know
college
for
years.
a fact
Fact
that it's the supraspinatus that is injured.
I would say rotator cuff.
You would just say rotator cuff.
Yep.
Okay. So, like, what if, even if it was subscapulars, would you just be like, yeah, your rotator cuff is hurt?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay.
Well, I guess I don't know.
Yeah. I will say that's one of my pet peeves. Just because it's 4
Not
different muscles
explaining
and
it?
they all do the different things.
Okay,
And I'm like,
so let me ask this question. There's 2 things that came up when the comments that I was like, wait, do I agree with that or not?
Okay.
One,
bring it on.
Miss Danny said, I use it and then explain what I'm talking about. So now you're explaining it twice. So you're just making it Is that just double the work?
No.
Is it enough to explain it just once, or do we have to? Actually, it wasn't just Miss Daney. There was several people said they try to do it the professional way and then the way that people understand. So now we're doing double the work.
Do you have the time?
Do you have the time?
Because it's not
to listen to me.
Green Day.
Yeah. I am
That
one
guy-
of those.
That guy's going nuts, man.
Is he?
Oh my god.
I don't follow anything.
Oh, he's been all like he basically announced that like America sucks and then he wants to move away and this and that.
Oh.
Like, listen, every country sucks.
Yeah.
Nobody's got it perfect. America's doing okay though. All right, so
it comes down to how much time you have, which I don't
Well-
disagree with. If you have the time to sit down and really have an in-depth conversation, but there's times where you're like, I gotta go. You hurt your whatever. Semi-membranosis. No, it's your hamstring. I would say hamstring. Would you say biceps femoris?
I don't know if I've ever. Well, I have said that's actually this part of your hamstring, and this is why you feel it on X.
I don't know if I
versus
would.
X.
I don't think they care.
I get way more time with my patients than you do, or than most people do. Really, with every one of my patients, at bare minimum, I have a 30-minute window that we can get into some talking.
Yeah.
So I do a crap ton of saying the actual medical terminology and then explaining what it is. And I think there are some patients that I have that want nothing to do with it. They are just like, just tell me it's my rotator cuff and that I need to do these 3 exercises and I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
What they learn is that I'm probably not the right one to be treating them then, because I like to have this interaction with my patient, and my goal is to educate and guide a human on how to move their body, how to take care of it, so that they aren't always relying on me to do everything. So it is a friend. It's 100% a friend using medical terminology.
Okay, so for the people that said they do both,
yeah,
would you start with the complex and then go to the other way, or would you start with the dumbed down version and then try to teach them what the medical?
Let's take the shoulder blade scapula instance. I would say scapula, and then I would say, which is your shoulder blade. Does that make sense?
I think I would go the other way.
Sure.
I think I would.
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 ways to skin a cat, right? Maybe 4, maybe 6. I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't gotten to the end of Game of Thrones. I'm just kidding. I don't know if they skin a cat. It just seems like that's where
just probably a human.
Yeah.
No hurting of animals allowed.
Okay, so we've got
cutting faces.
We're having a really good conversation here because we're getting both sides of the argument on the live stream.
Is there a hockey player?
Abby said dumb it down first and then progress up, and then Dylan said immediately, yes, complex first, and then when I know their level, I dumb it down to them. I'm like, so this is really a really fun conversation with just a stupid little thing.
I'm sure most of us do both. I'm sure most of us feel what's happening when we're talking to somebody and whether or not we need to explain a little bit more.
Do you agree that
Each
you have
setting
to?
Is very different.
Do you agree with it? You have to use these words to sound professional.
No,
like to
God,
validate.
No. God no.
Because somebody said that on the Twitter, and I was like, if I tell somebody they hurt their hamstring and I don't tell them the specifics, are they going to think less of me as an AT?
I will say this.
I think I haven't answered. Yeah. I'm going to say faux. I'm going to dumb it down. Ooh, I just want them to first off, I've said this. I am the worst anatomist in the world. Not in the world.
Gotta use
I don't care I don't care if I've memorized every tubercle, every nook, every cranny. I want to know what the function of everything is, and if my athletes or patients understand what the function, what's supposed to be happening, and what's not, and why. Whether I use the fancy words or not, I think I've done my job. That's where I'm at.
Totally agree with you on that one.
So if I say you've got a muscle in the back of your shoulder and it helps stabilize, so when you lift your arm, your arm is supposed to do this. Your humeral, I'll say it's supposed to look like this, but when you do it, it looks like this. I don't tell them any of the landmarks.
Sure.
Not always.
Sure.
So
I would agree with you.
I'll say faux. Damn, man, this is a really fun question. The more that we're talking about it.
I do notice that because I deal with, I think, less people on a daily basis than I used to, and I deal with less of a need to be so accurate in what's happening. When I was in baseball, because it was the professional ranks, we had to get down to the actual bing, boom, 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 boom. It's this one ligament that has inflammation around it, according to the MRI.
You had to do that for the athlete or for the
everything
for everyone else.
I
can see if you have to contact the doctor, or whatever. But does the athlete really need to remember?
I would say at least 50% of my athletes had to know the exact name of what it is.
Gertie's tubercle.
But legitimately, that's why it was professional ranks, and it's their livelihood. It's their they need to go home and research things. They need to talk to their agent about it. They need to understand what the MRI report said. Now, I live in a world now where that's
such a slippery slope.
You didn't have the luxury of not being on the slippery slope.
No, I'm saying, so, Julie just went to the dentist a little while back, and the guy literally said, "Here, I want you to Google this." And I was like, "What are you doing?" So she had to go home and Google something, and that's like looking up on WebMD, and now she thinks she has cancer. I'm just joking. She doesn't. No. But you know what I'm saying? When you say, "Oh, I need you to go look this up,"
I never said I needed to look anything up, but
no, the athletes.
Think of every athlete that I had to interact with. You think any of them aren't looking stuff up? Or do you think any of them, their agent...
That's why it's so dangerous.
Their agent wasn't looking it up?
So dangerous.
There's always going to be somebody that has a better, understanding of something than you. And so, in my world, I had to prove that I had the best understanding of it all. And if I didn't show that, then my athlete would go to somebody else. They would stop trusting me for everything.
That's how we reduce our workload. I love it. There was something else.
Now, in your contract that says you have to take care of these people.
There's something else.
Didn't have the luxury of saying no.
You had said something else I thought was really fascinating. I wanted to counterpoint. Now I can't remember what it was. Shit.
I think now, what I love about the way my career has gone is that I do have the time to educate people with big medical terminology, but then I also don't have to do it all the time. I love somebody hands me an MRI report and I get to explain it to them because they have no idea what the heck is going on in that MRI report. And I can say, this means this, this means this, this means this. Now, using the medical terminology though, actually just every day, I think it's a friend for me because I think it keeps me fresh, active with it.
Yeah, I get that.
I really think, I've had times where I'm like, oh my God, I can't remember, we'll just say the name of that muscle. And it's a little whoa, I haven't used it, and so I have lost it.
Is it true that if you don't use it, you lose it?
I have a 6-week at home, so.
You haven't used it?
Yeah. You got it. You got a 1.5-year-old, almost 2-year-old. What do you think? Have we lost it yet?
So this all started because one of my patients
we got paragraphs down here.
One of my patients said that they had a rotor cuff injury. Then we need to look at the rotary cup. Is that what it was?
Rotaries.
The rotary cup.
My rotary cuff is hurt.
Yeah. No, it was cup. Rotary cup.
Dang.
Can you look at my rotary cup? Yeah, that's fine. And I think the answer is it depends. It's what the patient wants. If the patient is somebody that wants to know, then you should provide everything. You should answer all the questions. But if it's someone that doesn't care, they just want it quick and dirty, just give them the dumbed down version. I think that's okay. I think it's what the patient wants.
But you picked pho, right?
I said pho. If I have my choice, I'm going to give them the dumbed down version because
one thing we don't do here at Candid Athletic Training is be wishy-washy of like, it's a friend, but no, we pick friend or pho.
Not always. Yeah, always, yeah.
You stick with your decision and you go with it. If it keeps you up at night, I don't care.
Yeah. All right, we're moving
I love
on.
fibia. That way, Dylan. I actually accidentally say fibia all the time. Tibula and fibulus.
You know them?
No.
Absolutely not.
North Shore up here in Milwaukee, most people know each other. A lot of people are, at least they're getting a sneak peek of like cooler things that are going to happen in this space. Either way, do we want to do any more friend or foe?
No, we're going to move on because we're doing great here.
You're great.
You want to do fat?
Sure.
Or FMK?
Fat it up.
Okay, let's do our fat. You've been watching this.
Yeah.
So good for you.
So my wife, always has a TV show that she's just like kind of binging, but it's pretty much always a show that she's seen before.
It's background noise.
Yeah. And I'm the same way for the most part. And that must be why we're together. But she's binging Grey's Anatomy.
Gosh.
Right now.
How have we not done this?
And I think it's pretty remarkable that we haven't done it. I watched it a little bit when it first came out.
Well, here's the fun thing. They're all going to have a baseline because they all have the medical knowledge. So it's like, all right, what's the differentiating factor? That's great.
Well, that's what got me going is like...
I got to look this up. It's been so long
Grey's
since I've seen
Anatomy
it.
does a really good job of being like, all right, these people are already doctors, but what makes them unique is their personality and how they go about their job. And I think athletic training, let's be honest, it's a really tough profession. It doesn't take being a surgeon in order to become an athletic trainer, but it does take some level of intellect that when you pass that exam and you've gone through your, let's just say back in the day, the 4 years of school, that you kind of have this baseline. But what makes a unique or a better or maybe like a struggling or a superstar athletic trainer is a lot to do with personality and how they go about their day. And so I'm watching this show and I'm like, you know what? Those 4 interns, we're just going to go season 1, season 2.
Original.
The frickin' 4 interns.
All right, I just looked this. I got IMDb up.
Who do we got?
How many episodes of Grey's Anatomy are there?
How many episodes?
Yeah.
It's still on.
I have the number right here. I have IMDb.
Wait.
Tell me what season they're on.
19.
Yep.
Oh, really? Oh, that was a good guess.
Sorry, not yet. Season 19 premieres Thursday, October 6th.
Oh, close. So 18 seasons.
So 18 in the books and one more.
I bet there's been 20 episodes at least every season.
So how many episodes?
That's
so I think this probably
377.
So this includes this. I'm assuming this number includes all of season 19 since they're already probably like scheduled.
377.
401. 401 episodes. And so the cast is turned over.
Oh yeah. There's only like I think 3 of the original members or 2 of the original members.
So
I haven't watched it in like 10 years other than my wife is now on season she's like at end of season 4, maybe season 5.
So is this guy one of the original? Is he season 1?
Yeah.
Is he but we're not doing him? He wasn't an intern?
Yeah, no. He's an intern.
So we have 5 interns?
We got to do him too.
Is there 5 interns in season 1?
Karev. What's his first name?
Alex. I was just looking. I was like, wait, I thought he was one of the...
Alex, yeah. No, yeah.
So we got...
I forgot about him.
We got...
He's probably not going to win anyways.
I can't even read my own damn writing again.
Yeah, you're not very good at writing. So we got Meredith Grey. Okay. We got Izzy. Christina.
Oh, you want...
What was funny? What do you got?
I'm looking at my list.
Yeah.
Going, I don't know what any of these names are. And I'm like, oh, that's not even the fat section. That's the FMK section. So I'm like, Wheels? I was like, who's Wheels?
What is wrong with you?
Spoiler.
Wheels. Like,
Never mind.
dodgeball.
We'll get there. Meredith, George, Christina, Izzy, Alex.
Yes.
Is that what you have?
The interns.
Oh, God, this is so much fun.
Okay. Do you remember any of them?
Yeah, for the most part. How many seasons of this have you watched?
I'm going to say altogether 3 seasons.
That's probably about where I'm at. Maybe 4. I can tell you I can actually literally tell you the moment I stopped watching.
I know what's happened up until like season 5, I think. I know the storyline. My wife fills me in. I'll watch an episode
and
with
vice
her.
Versa.
Yeah. 6 weeks. All right. Getting on 7.
So dirty.
But I can't say I know every little episode of the first 5 seasons, but I know what's happened. I know the personalities. She's in the end of season 4, early season 5, whatever it is. Nothing's really changed as far as personalities. Like they handle things in a very similar manner. And so therefore I feel pretty confident that if we're just talking about the original cast, I got it.
Okay, so we're not doing McDreamy. We're not doing McSteamy.
No residents.
We're not doing Bailey.
Just freaking interns.
And then who's the what's the guy's name that runs the
chief?
hospital at the beginning? Yeah, what's his name? I had it up
Richard
here.
Burke.
Ben Burke?
Richard.
Richard Weber.
Sorry. Bailey Burke. Dr. Burke.
Dr. Miranda Bailey.
Miranda Bailey. Who's Burke?
He's the surgeon. That Chang.
They're all surgeons.
The hand surgeon, I believe, isn't Burke the African American surgeon that
Christina's boyfriend.
That's
yes. Burke. Yeah.
Is it Christina Chang?
Christina Yang.
Sorry. Yang. Damn it. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Burke's no longer on the show already. I kind of miss him, though. Good surgeon.
Spoiler alert.
He wasn't a hand guy. He had the tremor.
You're right.
So maybe that's what you're thinking of, but he wasn't thoracic.
He needed the hand surgeon.
Yeah. So he's thoracic, so a lot of heart stuff.
A&B referral to hand team. Got it. All right.
Meredith, go. You remember?
Yep. Nope. A little indecisive.
She's the main character, right? Mm-hmm. She's always the one talking, but she is so in her head. Mm-hmm. She has to constantly be waiting for those thought processes to get her to a conclusion. And then she reflects on it. And she reflects very well.
She needs a lot of validation. She could not be by herself. She would need to be part of a team because she'd always be like, hey, I got this going on. Yep. This is what I'm thinking about doing, and which is fine. So I think she'd work well at the college setting, would struggle by herself if she was alone at a smaller school.
Yeah. I mean, she's she's supposed to be a little bit of a prodigy, right? Her mom was the big deal for a long time. Very, very famous surgeon. Mm-hmm. And I think that interferes with her ability to get out of her own way. And so I think if somebody gave her a very structured plan, she would succeed, right? She has it in her to be this great surgeon, and I think she ends up doing such, I think. I don't really know where the rest of the story's going, but I agree with you. Collegiate, part of a team, part of like a group of athletic trainers, bounce ideas.
Vaping's bad for you.
Yeah, vaping is bad, dude. Don't do that. It's so bad for you. Not somebody that's going to be the team leader. Needs to bounce the ideas off of others to feel really confident in where she's at.
Here's the other thing. She also
gossip.
Yeah, and she struggles with work-life balance.
Yes, she does.
Might not be the profession for her.
Probably,
AT.
She might date her boss too. Don't do that.
Don't date anybody that you work with.
It's all they do in that show.
Yeah, that's one of the first things I was thinking. I'm like, how can you do this as an AT?
It's like every one of them breaks every rule that ever existed in a workplace.
Oh, don't act like we haven't done it.
What?
Just kidding.
Only twice.
So, all right. I think she'd be. Well, let's just move on. Who's next on your list?
Izzy.
Izzy.
Compassion.
Yes. I think she has to work the hardest of the group. Or maybe, or George.
I get what you're saying.
Or George. George actually probably has to work the hardest because he's probably like the least.
He's the least savant of all.
Yeah, Izzy's probably second.
Yeah. Izzy ends up running the clinic.
Yeah.
She ends up being in she was in a lot of gyno stuff, OB stuff. She comes from the trailer park.
Yeah, I know. I can't think of her without thinking of Knocked Up.
I know, right? Either can I. Which I love. I actually
love it,
I love about the show because I know that she has something else in her.
Yeah.
Now
she would be okay. I don't think she brings anything super to the table, but she doesn't have any major drawbacks either. I don't see any.
Yes. So she's not the perfect person under pressure.
No.
She's not the one that's going to command a room until she gets pushed so far that she has to command the room.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that doesn't make a good athletic trainer. You shouldn't have to be pushed really far to command.
It doesn't hurt though. I think we've all been there where we feel like we're on an island and it's like I got to come through.
Absolutely. But I think every once in a while we need to step up earlier than that. I think we need to have command of that room earlier.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I think she'd be great she's the best. She's got pretty darn good bedside manner.
Yep.
She's got that going pretty well for her.
Yeah. She's polished.
Yeah. All right, Christina.
Wow.
I mean, she's the smarty.
She's the smart one with the worst bedside manner.
Yep, but also the one that can command it. You walk into her athletic training room, you know what you're going to get. She might be a disaster outside of it, but she's pretty freaking smart.
When she walks through the door, she's checked all of her baggage. At least for the first 4 or 5 seasons. I think it got pretty bad after that, but again, this is to me like when we talked about the Friends, like the Monica kind of thing.
Yeah, she's the Monica. Yeah.
Or last week we talked about Patch Adams.
Yeah.
She to me is like doesn't care about the feelings. She just cares about.
Oh, you.
She. You know what she's gonna do?
You bet.
She's all friend on using medical terminology with her athletes. That's all she's gonna do. She will not. She's probably the least compassionate of the 5 of these people. I would.
You know how smart I am. This is how smart I am.
Yeah, and I don't care, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes to show that I am the best.
And she's incredibly competitive. Now,
so does that make her good or not? I don't know.
I don't know. She never backs down. At least in the first seasons, she never backs down from the crazy case. She would be laughing with joy if there was something that crazy happened.
Yeah.
Right.
She needs it. She's an adrenaline junkie.
Adrenaline junkie to the highest degree with this shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. George.
Best personality.
Really? Wow.
Alex is pretty. Well, Alex is. Sorry. I think George cares the most.
He cares a lot.
The most.
You know who he cares about a lot, though?
Himself?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I think it's his coworkers.
Yeah.
He gets really, really wrapped up in his coworkers. He slept with half of them.
George did?
Oh, yeah.
Izzy? Just Izzy?
And Meredith. Well, I guess there's something they didn't end up sleeping with each other or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, I'm pretty sure they slept.
George and Izzy.
He sleeps with other interns. He's he freaking married. He marries another surgeon.
Didn't he sleep with Meredith's sister later?
Oh yeah.
I think that's what. Okay.
All right. That's where we're at right now. That's where I'm at in the seasons. Meredith's sister's involved.
Okay.
She's in love with George. Things like that.
All right.
George, super, super, super unsure of himself.
Yeah,
almost at every corner of the day.
He struggles the most with the books.
Now,
right?
He's a workhorse, though. Yeah, he struggles. He struggles with being the confident person in the moment. Like, he might know the answer, but he's unsure.
So he's like Meredith.
Say the answer. No, Meredith is just kind of living in her own world. George is worried about saying the wrong thing. We'll say that.
Okay.
That's how I describe it. And he's very shaky. He's very he kind of gets walked over a lot.
Definitely gets walked over.
I mean, he's not going to be the one. He's going to allow his athletes to bring their own treatment ideas.
BYOT.
All right.
He's going to allow the coaches to change the practices.
And then I'll give him some credit though. Eventually, he's going to have a breakthrough where everybody's like, "Oh man, you really do know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
And then he's gonna get his way, but he's gonna get walked over for years as an athletic trainer. Alex,
I got a soft spot. I see the most of myself in Alex. He's like kind of I think they're making fun of us on the live stream. I think they're poo-pooing that we're talking about this show.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't like it?
Whatever. We got to do the segment. We'll announce what we're doing next week right at the end after this segment. And you're gonna like what we're doing next week.
I mean, let's be honest. This is one of the most famous shows of all time.
Easily, 400 episodes in. All right, Alex is kind of he's like the goofball. He's like the most unprofessional. He's kind of like the whatever. I'm gonna get it done because I'll just get it done, and I love it. To me, he's great.
He's a doer.
He's a doer. He's a
doer.
Yeah. He's not really a boastful one. He's also the guy that's going to like support his coworkers without saying, "Look what I did for you." He just kind of casually do it because he actually cares, even though he's trying to be like the cool guy that doesn't care.
Oh yeah.
Like he takes care of Izzy when Izzy's really down because he cares about her. He's like in love with her really, but he doesn't want to like come across as like that guy. So he kind of just like, yeah, whatever. I'll just do it. Mm-hmm. And that's so to me, he's like easily the number one.
He's a lot, and he has the talent. He just hasn't put in the effort to refine the talent because he's
also me.
He's been able to like just, hey, I just get it. I don't know. I know what I'm doing, and so therefore I don't have to study as much as the next person.
Yep.
Where
Agreed.
Other people are studying their ass off in order to get to the point where they are. So you're going Alex.
I'm for sure going Alex as my number one. I don't know. What are you doing?
I think it's tough, man, because I think so many of them have such bad aspects to them. That's where I thought this could be fun.
Hold on. We didn't have Alex on the original list, but
no, I
do you do agree that it's Alex?
I think Alex is a good candidate. I think Alex, to me, is a top 2 candidate.
Who's your other? Because I'd probably go Izzy as my number 2.
Yeah, see, Izzy so far, I think she has her personal outside of work downfalls. Like in the show, she is not necessarily always the best friend. But I think in her job, she makes good an athletic trainer.
I agree.
So, because I don't care about her personality.
So Alex and Izzy. So we'll put this up on social media.
Yep.
We can't do a poll with 5. That sucks. But, all right. So for those of you who are hating on us right
Hannah's
now,
back.
Why?
I don't know. She's just back. I see her.
It's great. So next week, we're going to do Step Brothers.
So go go watch it.
So here's your warning, live streamers. Or if you're listening to this on audio form and you want to join the live stream, Step Brothers. Brennan. And
Dale.
And Dale.
Brennan.
Right? Is it
Dale.
Brennan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do those too. Mano y mano. Right? Because that's how
I have a 40-year-old son that still
should
lives
be a
at
fun
home.
one. I'll probably have to rewatch the show just to catch some of the lines, but
Oof.
we literally have never done any of those things.
It's
All the room for activities.
Easily
Next week.
one of my funniest movies, I think.
Well, Kevin Joyce, you have homework for next week now.
Yes.
Did we just become So we'll go fun here.
It's a quick hour 45-minute little laugh sesh. The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's gonna be fun. All right, very good. Let's go with
exactly.
Let's do our FMK here.
Okay.
So we're gonna FMK 3 things that probably most ATs can relate with.
Mm-hmm.
Things on your kit that break down. We're gonna give you 3 of them, and I want you to F one, marry one, kill one. On your kit, things that might break down. We have wheels. Your wheels, maybe it's
they might break down.
They break down. You get a rock stuck in there.
A flat tire.
A flat tire action.
A little wobbly wheel.
Yep.
Out of alignment.
How about a zipper? One of your zippers on your kit goes bad.
Fly is open.
And lastly, one of your dividers breaks or won't stay in place.
God damn dividers. You know what? We need less division. Let's get rid of all the dividers. What do you got? FMK. Which one are you living with every day of your life that is broken? Dylan said, I just buy new kits once a year. So therefore, Dylan, what he's saying is he's not the marrying type.
No, he's effing kits every year.
He's just effing kits every year.
He goes hard in the paint. Well, this is coming from a place where we might have a new sponsor coming up shortly.
Oh, why? What?
We might. We'll see.
Maybe a kit sponsor.
Yeah.
Maybe a little fun kit job.
Yeah, we're working on some stuff. We've asked people to send us pictures of their kit. We want pictures of your kit.
So everybody listening right now
on our social media.
Send us a picture.
If you're on Twitter, just tag us at it. If you're on Instagram, tag us at it. And we're going to show off some of your kits and how you organize them and what they look like. And maybe we'll grade them. Mm-hmm. We can have fun with this.
Can we? Wait, we can judge people?
We can judge the hell out of everyone.
We're going to judge some kits.
Yeah. All right. So for me,
I'm ready. Go for it.
I think the worst thing to break down is what you're
killing?
Is a divider.
Okay.
I'm killing the divider breaking down.
All right.
I need my dividers.
Oh, you need your separation.
Because everything
wall.
needs to be in its place.
Ooh.
And if you lose a divider, you're up, you're down, your wheel. I mean, the number of times you go from horizontal. Oh, my God, that's got an F.
Oh, hey.
The number of times you go from horizontal to vertical and back, getting your kit to and fro.
Yeah.
The dividers are super important. So if that breaks down, I'm killing that breaking down. I need that.
It'd be just a mess.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Just a freaking mess.
So now, I think I'm going to marry the wheels. If the wheels go down, if the wheels on the bus go down and get broken, I think I can manage.
They go round and round?
I'm just going to pick it up, or I'm going to attach that shoulder harness, which I've never done. Literally never used a shoulder harness on a kit. Have you?
Never.
Never?
Never used a shoulder harness on a kit.
Like on the big kits?
Like the
if you have a wheeled kit, that's a question.
I've absolutely never ever used.
You psychopaths out there that use that thing.
I have taken like the sides and gone boom and like carried it.
I would rather do that. I'd actually rather tip it up and lift it like a.
Yeah, or like suitcase carry.
Either or.
Sure, I can see that.
Shoulder straps.
I've done that too.
We're gonna put that on social media on kits used. So I'm gonna marry that because if it goes out, I think I can adjust.
Yeah.
So I'll F with the zippers. I think if it's the main zipper, if your main zipper breaks, you're screwed.
That's a tough one.
If it's any other zipper, like a side zipper, it's like side piece, you can probably
get away with
without using it.
Yeah, maybe.
But if your main zipper goes down,
always use protection though. That's for sure.
Yeah. A bad main zipper is a tough place to be. What about you?
All right, I'm gonna marry the wheels, just like you said. I'll carry that thing.
Sorry, Kevin Joyce. He said, I have a wheeled kit and I use the shoulder straps. And I also have Thoracicella syndrome.
I love it. I'm gonna marry just carrying it. I mean, we've had this discussion of those wheels.
We did an FMK of the wheels, yeah.
In those situations where you're wheeling it over maybe some gravel, maybe some sand, maybe some dirt, maybe some grass. Sometimes those wheels just suck anyways. So you know what? I just carry the goddamn thing. So I'll carry it. I'm going to marry the wheels, break them all the time. Who cares? I am definitely going to... Part of me wants to F the divider just because you didn't. I'm going to F the divider. You know what? It broke. It was a one-time thing. It's not going to happen again. And I'll figure out how to make it better next time. And then I'm going to kill the zipper. And I mainly just because if it is the wrong zipper, if it's the main zipper, you're fucked. You're just fucked. It's going to open all the time. Things are going to fall out. It's going to be inefficient. I don't know. I got to F that. Or, I got to kill the zipper.
I'm just going to quick read a couple here.
Oh, I could use some tape to just like...
Actually, there's some good comments. I don't know if I have...
Maybe there's a buckle instead of a zipper I could just attach.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Kayla said, marry the wheels. I don't use them. F dividers, kill zipper. I'm going through it right now, and I want to kill... Well, KMS, I assume, kill myself. So a zipper going down is bad. Abby bought a box in 1998, and she got a new one in 2019.
Abby. Buy new kits every once in a while.
Aaron said, marry the divider, F the wheel, and kill the zipper. Dylan said, marry the wheels. I don't use kits with wheels.
Okay.
Which is totally an option.
Sure.
F the zipper. It better be broken open, not closed. And kill the divider because I need that organization.
I guess we didn't talk about the zipper being broken closed.
Yeah, Dylan and I agree wholeheartedly. Kayla said the worst is the zipper for sure. Least worst is the wheels. Dividers are just suggestions. Kento said he wants to F the zipper, marry the divider, kill the wheels.
Wow, marrying the divider.
So he's
messy
also,
house.
he and Dylan and I agree. Abby says she's got rolling boxes, no shoulder straps. Kayla says her kid has one divider and doesn't even think it's necessary. Zipper on my sling bag broke and it sucks.
I want to see pictures of all these things.
All pictures, please.
Show us pictures of these zippers broken, dividers broken, wheels broken.
Nate,
kits without dividers, kits without wheels, kits without zippers.
Nate said he's going to marry the divider.
Okay.
It's the most important one. Kill the wheels. He's actually going the opposite of me. He's marrying the divider. He wants the dividers broken. He wants the chaos in his life. He's killing the wheels. That's his worst case scenario. He says, I got a lot of junk in my trunk and I'm not carrying it.
Oh.
And he's F the zipper. Zipper malfunctions just leave you with gaping holes that things sneak out.
Hey. Every once in a while just pokes his little head out.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's all the comments. So
that's what we F, marry, and kill.
Yeah. So I think that leaves us. We're not doing a top 5 tonight. We're saving that. And then let's do our feature topic. All right, Kevin, I'm going to give you a scenario, and I want you to role play this out for us.
Okay.
And this is a true role play.
Okay.
And it's also just going to be like a hack or life advice for all the ATs out there.
Okay.
Here we go, Kevin.
I'm listening.
It's 5 minutes before you're going to leave and an athlete walks in.
Okay.
What do you do?
Before I'm going to leave to go home.
Yeah, you're about to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And that last person comes in and says they need something. Walk us through your level of care. Walk us what you're going to do for this athlete. What's your thought process?
Have they asked
you
me?
have already decided. You had just said, I'm gonna be out of here. In your head, you may say it out loud. You may not have said it out loud. You might be superstitious, but in your head, 5 minutes from now, you're about to walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody walks in and says, "Hey, Kev, I need you." Can you look at this?
Okay, so they have asked me a question.
Can you look at this?
I was trying to think of like the perfect response to somebody walking in that I could still leave.
They need you to look at something.
Okay. They need me to look at something. My first question is, all right, what do you think's going on? And the reason I say, what do you think is going on, is I'm trying to judge the severity in their head of what's happening. Is it, hey, I got a blister. Hey, I think my shoulder is effed. Is it, can you take a look at my hangnail, right? I'm judging the severity of where their head's at. Based on how they respond, I might say, let's take a look at it tomorrow. Just leave it alone. Let's take a look at it tomorrow. Now, if I think I'm hearing what is going, like they're concerned, I need to stop and I need to say, all right, talk to me about it. Like, tell me what happened before I even start asking questions and having somebody like getting on a table. Have the 5-minute conversation of, you were going to be at work for 5 minutes anyways. And let's see if we can't decipher whether or not this is something that is immediate attention, or this is something that I can kind of say, hey, tomorrow. Now,
what's your time limit you think you might be willing to go over?
Do you want my real answer, or do you want what
this
what
is
everybody
candid.
wants?
This is candid fucking athletic training.
The real answer is indefinite.
So you'll stay as long as it takes.
Correct. But that's because I became an athletic trainer for a reason. And that might be a hot take. And I think, and I'm sorry that everybody might think very differently, if you need to stay somewhere to assist somebody for something, it's what you signed up for when you said, I want to be an athletic training student. It's exactly what you signed up for. It's Patch Adams. It's not, you did not sign up for 9 to 5. And it's getting a little ridiculous that there are athletic trainers out there that think they did sign up for 9 to 5. I didn't even sign up for 9 to 5, and I work in a clinic. Because we are in a world of healthcare. Healthcare doesn't work on a time stamp, right? Most of us are salaried employees, most of us. And so therefore, the expectation is that you're probably going to work at least these amount of hours. That's what somebody's paying you for. Now, if you work less than that, are you going to report that to your boss? Probably not. If you worked over that, are you going to complain about it? Probably yes. If somebody that is supposed to be in your care made a mistake and did not come to you earlier, that's a conversation you have with them. But in the moment, if they need your care, you're going to have to give it to them. That's what I signed up for as an athletic trainer. I might be wrong. I might be totally in the minority. But I'll tell you what. A lot of my athletes trust me. A lot of my patients trust me. A lot of the people that have been in my care have trusted me. I'm not saying that people don't trust other people that say, hey, you should have came to me an hour ago. Why are you coming to me 5 minutes before I'm leaving? We all don't know what's going on in their head. We all don't know what's happening in like another world. Are they scared out of their mind that they might have torn something that is now going to end maybe their season or their practice or their tryout or their career? We have no idea. We're there. We've talked about this a million times. We're there to consult them, right? We're not there to actually heal things. We're not there to like make everything okay. We're there to consult them. Consulting is not a 9-to-5 job. It's not a like, hey, I'm sorry. It is now 5 p.m. I am leaving. So you're shit out of luck. Are there things in life that you have to then prioritize, right? Okay. I cannot be late to pick my kid up. All right. When one of my athletes comes in and it's 5 minutes before I needed to leave to go pick up my kid, because if I don't, say now the babysitter can't get to their other job on time, that is a conversation that you say to the athlete, listen, this is what's going on. We need to have this conversation faster. Can we have a conversation over the phone? Can we do something else? Can we do this? Can we do that? I need to leave because they're another priority in life. But if I have nothing else, and the only thing that's holding me back is that like, oh my God, now I worked 46 hours this week instead of 44. No, that's what you signed up for. You're an athletic trainer. You care about humans. Act like it.
And realistically, that's why I got out.
Yep.
Because it changed.
Yep.
Your circumstances can change, and 100%. That's okay.
It's totally okay. But stop trying to change the profession. Change you. Change where you are. Change what you do. Don't change the profession.
That's almost like a continuation of previous conversations we've had. But I actually think that's one of those, if you had to make a Mount Rushmore of the things that athletic trainers get most frustrated with, I think that's probably on there.
Have you talked to your team? Have you talked to your people that you take care of and say, listen, you have to, like, you can't wait. Every single year with my team had a meeting and said, when the game ends, I know that you need to eat. I know you need to take a shower. I know you need to do this. I know you need to do this. I know you need to do this. I am in that list of the things you need to do to check in on. If something's going on, I need sooner than later, and I need you to be prompt about it. It is not fair to anybody, including the people coming in to clean the goddamn place, and we're still working about something. Like, you got to think about other people. So don't be the person that waits an hour after the game when, like, my hamstring's been bothering me. Have you told them that? If you haven't told them that, how are you supposed to complain about it? Also, don't complain about it unless you know an answer for it, right? Yeah. If you can't come up with some sort of solution for the problem, you have no right to complain about it unless you're actively working on creating a solution. And one of the solutions is preparation.
I love that, because that was actually my favorite part of the job, was that, hey, how can we prevent this stuff?
Absolutely.
Like, I used to love coming up with, hey, if you guys do these 3 or 4 things, you're going to minimize the other stuff.
I think
that's why I'm actually super excited to see what you do with this space, because that's what I love, this stuff.
Absolutely.
If I ever went, I would love to do like the strength conditioning side of things.
Well, where you could work.
Yeah. I'm trying to work less.
But I think
trying to make a full-time podcast.
Yeah, I hear you. I love the question. because I think it's going to get asked, or it's going to happen to everybody.
Every AT is.
What's your? I mean, okay, so the athlete walks in. I mean, and obviously don't.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The first 10 years of my career, it was, hey, whatever you need. I didn't have any responsibilities outside of work. I didn't have anything. And then the last 4 or 5 years, it chewed me up.
Yep.
Because I had things I wanted to do. And that's when I knew. You know how you hear athletes say, how did you know when it was time to retire?
Mm-hmm.
When you couldn't do the things, like physically the athletes can't do the things. I knew it was time for me to step away because I wasn't doing my job as good as I could because I was always stuck trying to do something outside of work or vice versa. I was caught in between this. I was leaving work early to get somewhere late. Does that make sense? Like,
absolutely.
Even if I stay an extra 5 minutes at work, I'm still leaving before I used to.
Yes.
But I leave 5 minutes later and I'm getting home after I thought I would, and now I'm cutting into that. That's when I knew it was time for me to get out of that setting.
Even in my most routine, I mean, you were in it as well. I was even more like, what's the word? Like monotonous of my day than you were, right? Every day I had a game.
Yeah.
And every day it was like the same like schedule. But it was still unpredictable of how long the game lasted, right?
Because
unpredictable how many guys would come in after the game.
As one of my coworkers said, so our doctors are the team doctors for the Brewers.
Yep.
And one of my coworkers today said, "Oh, how was the game yesterday? I heard it went into extra inning, or they said it went into overtime." And I was like, "Oh, baseball goes into overtime?" And I just left.
Nope.
So, yeah.
No overtime.
Overtime.
That would
I'm like, you mean
imply
extra innings?
Time.
Yeah.
There's an actual time limit to it.
Shit.
No. That's why anybody that's against the runner on second, get your head examined.
Everybody should start with a 1-1 count.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! You know what? Bunt them over. Fucking hit a pop
No,
fly. Let's get out of here.
If I was going to make a rule change in baseball, it would be that with 2 strikes, if you hit a foul ball, you're out.
You want to save some time. Oof.
If you hit a ball, like if you can't put it in play,
yeah,
with 3 strikes, you don't deserve more pitches.
Hey, why not?
And then,
why not?
So then what happens? The pitchers start attacking
They
more.
do it in slow pitch softball. Why not baseball? Let's go.
Let's change the game.
You don't even get 3. You get 2 in slow pitch softball.
Yeah.
Let's go. I like it. I mean, that's so. I like the question because it's actually been a little something on my mind of. I'm getting a little.
Oh, I know where you're going. You're frustrated as hell with the
I'm
whining on Twitter.
Yes, and I'm not even on Twitter, just like across athletic training. Don't try to change the profession. Try to change your environment.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but athletic training is always going to be hard. It's always going to be long hours. It's always going to be sacrificing a lot of things so that you can do something that you actually care about.
It's just like any service job, whether that's working in a restaurant, somebody comes in right before close. I mean, service jobs, that's what we are in, the service profession. Yes. So those are the sacrifices you have to make to do service.
I mean, bartenders made it, I think, to at least the Elite 8. I want to say Elite 8, maybe Sweet 16. I don't know. Fat bracket. We're close. We're halfway there.
I know. I actually thought about it today. I got a template that we should talk about after the show.
We got to do that.
And also, I wrote down what we should do on social media. I'm going to put this up sometime this week. Is what are your Mount Rushmores of frustrations? Specific. I want to know: is it the salary? Is it the people walking in late? Is it the practice time? I mean, I would assume for me it would be practice changes.
Okay.
It would be the person who walks in at the very end.
Yep.
It would be, I think the salaries are probably a big frustration for people.
It's got to be.
And my 4th Mount Rushmore of frustration would be not getting to eat.
That's a good one, though. I think that one goes
being hangry all the time.
Yeah. That goes under the
Just
radar.
my own personal ones.
Because I think a lot of people don't realize how much it's affecting them.
What would yours be? That's how we're gonna end the show tonight.
All right. I'm gonna go. I like the eating one. I really have to have.
You had designated eating time, didn't you?
No,
you guys had freaking catering every.
Yeah, but that didn't mean that.
That was for the players.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
That was also an eye-opening experience in the minor leagues when I was the only guy. Like eating was a little different handled. I will say that though, unpredictability of when you're going to get to eat, it taught me how to eat things that keep me full for a long time. I'm going to say
good call.
The unpredictability of job security, 100%. That might be the top one in.
That's so weird. I mean, it's so different for you.
That might be George Washington. I mean, first one right on there.
Really?
Oh yeah.
See, in my setting, I never worried about my job security ever.
Yeah. No.
But you were in the professional setting, so the turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
You're tied to usually you're tied to a staff.
That is the reason I got out. Two reasons I got out. Unpredictability of whether or not I was going to have a job next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then even if I was the best athletic trainer that's ever lived, it didn't mean I was going to have a job next year. The other reason I got out is I got sick of missing things. And so I'm going to say frustration, missing things.
Okay.
Life, everybody else's life is to enjoy the sports that you are probably covering. And so therefore, when you're working, people are enjoying life. And when other people are working, you're probably that's the only time when you get to enjoy life. 4, I'm not going to say salary. Because I think, again, I don't know a single athletic training student that walked into their freshman year saying, well, I mean, I'm going to be the athletic trainer that makes like $250K a year. I'm going to say Mount Rushmore frustration. I'm just going to say underappreciated.
Sure.
No, like the lack of acknowledgement. We'll say that. Lack of acknowledgement. I think we don't need it, but it frustrates me.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Let's close the show.
Yeah, absolutely. We had some really fun discussions there. Like 3 really good discussions.
That went far. That went to a lot of rants.
Yeah.
My part.
So
CandidAthleticTraining.com, the Candid Athletic Training Podcast, at Candid_ATC. Those are our platforms, right? Reach out. Leave us reviews. You know what? We haven't had a good review in a while.
Long time since Victoria Morris.
I think I would love to see and hear some new opinions about how much we rock or suck. Either way, leave us all of them that you can. If you do say that we suck, we'll try to do better. But, Healthy Roster, thank you. You're the best. We can't do this without you. You allowed us to make this a live podcast and interact with all these great people that are chatting a storm up here and hopefully going on their own rants at their own houses. Smart Tools, thank you. Master Dry Needling, thank you. We got a lot of great things in the works with some CEU opportunities. We hope to give you as many opportunities for those good CEUs as possible. I think that's where we could really help the profession. Go get yourself a membership, CandidAthleticTraining.com. Thank you for everybody for listening. Can't wait to see you next week. Leave us your ideas for the show. Bye.